Good morning, peoples. It's about half an hour later this morning. I finally got over to the window with the mobile phone to shoot a little bit of video, and as you can see, the sun's a lot higher in the sky. Little bit of breeze coming in from the north. We're at about 8 to 13 knots. We're 1 hour after the low tide. There's still plenty of mud showing here in the duck pond. Places where you're not going to go and anchor up with a keel boat, that's for sure. Not unless you want to careen it. In other words, sit it up on the beach between the bottom, but there you'd be up to your armpits in black sticky mud. Just scanning around to see what's happening over at the boat ramp. Still got the old pontoon that came back in from Lady Musgrave, the Lady Musgrave Island Lagoon. Not sure how long that's going to be there. A little bit of a hazard for us guys as we're coming back in the rescue boat. But even so, it'd be good to see the whole place cleaned up and underway with what's going to be the Gateway Marina. Anyway, if I happen to have a mobile phone handy and I see anything happening out here, anything that's worth taking some video of, I'll try to bring it to you. Well, I said if there's anything happening, I'd try and bring it to you. We have a catamaran heading out in the Sea Reach. Still inside the northern rock wall. A few hundred metres to go before it hits open water. Very interesting. I'll give you 3 guesses on which way this boat's going to go. They go extremely well with the breeze or on a beam reach. They don't quite point as high as the average mono. And they tend to pitch a bit too in the swell. Completely different action. He's got his mainsail reefed right down. Looks like he's on about the second reef. Good to see, a conservative sailor. A lot of people find out the hard way that catamarans don't spill the wind quite as well as what the old monos do. The monos just lay over, round up, spill the wind. These things just hook up and away they go. And for the ones that are uninitiated in a cat, it can be a little bit daunting when that happens for the first time. You want a lot of sea room. Be able to get it back under control. Little bit of a rocking horse motion happening there. Not too bad, because inside the rock wall there, the water is quite calm. Just starting to sneak out from the rock wall now. For the next few hundred metres, it'll be a little bit more bumpier than when it is once it gets out into the deeper water. Or starts running off it. He's eased his main sheet right out. As you can see, the boom's almost pointing at us over here. Don't care what sort of vessel it is. Give me a choice of being in here on radio watch or out there sailing, you know where I would rather be. Out there getting a bit of breeze in the hair I do not have, a bit of spray on the mush. Fantastic place to be. Enjoy your sails, guys. And just out in the Sea Reach, just left the sheltered water behind the northern rock wall is either the Reef Empress or the main event. I will find out shortly when they log on whether they are the Reef Empress heading out to Lady Musgrave Island or the main event heading out for spotted whale watching. Cheers guys, have a good day out there wherever you're going. Beautiful sight. Watching a sloop heading out in the sea reach, just outside the duck pond, still inside the northern rock wall, flying the mainsail. Because of the northwesterly winds at the moment, he has the sheets eased right out. The boom is almost pointing in our direction. And just under the main alone, I'm not sure whether he has a cast iron topsail going, being the motor, but he's making fairly good pace as he heads out. I'm not sure about towing one's dinghy behind the sloop. Some people do it and get away with it, but not many. Most of them come unstuck eventually and either have to chase and retrieve their dinghy or kiss it goodbye. It's not uncommon that we here at Marine Rescue get a call from someone that was towing their dinghy, putting out a securite notice to mariners that a dinghy has come adrift from their current location, asking all mariners to keep a watch out for it and to report it to the police. And a few of them actually do get returned to their owners. We have lots of fellow cruisers that have lost dinghies or had to go and retrieve them because they towed them while underway. Just sneaking out past the rock wall now. Gotta go. Interesting looking vessel, just coming up from behind the trees over there. Not sure I can zoom in any closer on it. Oh yeah. We're looking through about 3 layers of glass here, but just the nature of the beast of where I am. Once he comes out from behind this column that's in the centre of the shot now, we'll get a much clearer view. And there it is. A little bit clearer. If I just zoom in a little bit more. Hopefully this thing remains clear. Remember, we're still looking through a couple of layers of glass. Very interesting looking vessel. Looks like an old converted trawler. Been converted to a cruising motor yacht, affectionately called by us sailors gin palaces or stink boats. Stink boats because you've got to burn diesel to go anywhere, and most of the time they do suck a bit of that diesel vapour, the burnt diesel fumes, into the cabin, into your clothes. It's a bit like sitting on the tractor on the old farm. Watching it come out from behind the trees on the rock wall. The rock wall that protects the duck pond. And as you can see, the tide's come up quite substantially since those earlier shots. There's not much mud bank or not much beach showing, only a tiny bit over there against the rock wall, and that's soon going to disappear. At the high tide, that will be covered. Anyway, it's going to be a pleasant day for these people out there on the bay, whichever way they're going. I have a few vessels on the log, sailing catamarans. You hear the radio starting to arc up there behind us. No doubt on 7.2, that's a ship-to-ship channel. He'd be talking to someone else where we can't hear him. And that's okay. We only listen to what we've got to listen to. Cheers guys. You guys out there on the motorboat, motor yacht, motor vessel, whatever it is. Have a nice day out there in the bay. Another vessel just coming in. Whoop. This one is the main event. Not sure where they're coming from. Obviously out in the bay, out at sea, out in the Coral Sea, but they're not on our log. They are heading back up into the port of Bundaberg. It's a sister ship to the Reef Empress. The Reef Empress has gone out to Lady Musgrave Island, and the old main event is just coming back in. Well, I'm back, and we're about 1 hour before the high tide, and the sandbar and the little beach over there is completely covered. I'll just give you a look out towards the lighthouse. Lighthouse is that object you can see right in the middle of the shot, and it has turned into a rather pleasant day here overlooking the duck pond. Beautiful to see. The old pontoon that used to be out at the Lady Musgrave Island in the lagoon is now sitting here waiting for its next move, possibly its final one in its life. And just coming in past the entrance to the duck pond, heading up towards the port of Bundaberg, is the vessel Castellina. Was on the log, now he's just gone off. Cheers guys, welcome to the port of Bundaberg. Well, the radio watch finished, but the day wasn't over. As during the afternoon, the radio watchkeeper received a call on the VHF from a passing vessel that they come across a jet ski floating all by itself. So after a couple of hours, we were deployed by the water police to go and search and retrieve that vessel, as it is a hazard to navigation. And the Bundaberg Life Flight 522 rescue helicopter also was deployed, and they located the abandoned jet ski and directed us to its location, which we're able to hook it up, make it safe to tow, and then towed it back in to safety. So that's it for me for this episode. It was another day, rather a long one, but a very satisfying one, to work with some very, very good volunteers to do what we do, saving lives at sea. This time no life was involved, just someone's pride and joy, their jet ski. See ya.